Every day is a new beginning, a chance to erase unhappy endings. When I wake, I can make 1,000 dreams come true. I can use my faith in God in everything I do, 'cause every day is new. Infinite paths to choose. The choices I make and the chances I take are based in truth. And every day is new. Every night when I go to sleep, my unconscious mind counts the blessings I reap. When I sleep, my thoughts seem to work themselves on out. When I rise to greet the day, my mind is free of doubt, 'cause every day is new. Infinite paths to choose. The choices I make and the chances I take are based in truth. And every day is sense. The price that it would cost me would be too high an expense. I just pray and keep my faith, 'cause every day is new. Infinite paths to choose. The choices I make and the chances I take are based in truth. And every day is new. I don't get caught up in trying to make life make sense. The price it would cost would be too high an expense. I just pray, I keep faith, 'cause every day is new. Infinite paths to choose. The choices I make, the chances I take are based in truth. And every day is new. Yes, it's true. Every day is new. Yes, it's true. Every day is new.
So welcome. Sandra always gives us a new meditation for every day, so every day is new. Welcome to our new beginning as it begins right now. My name is Dana. It's my honor and privilege to be here, to welcome all of you here. And I want to thank especially our music team, Sandra and Chris. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. And our media team in the back, Byron, we have Wendy back there today. Yeah. Thank you. They make it all happen. And a special shout out to anyone who's joining us on live stream, and we affirm that we are all one in spirit. All right, so we're going to just have another musical treatment.
Well, and
here.
I'm going to invite everyone to stand and sing along with us. This is a song Daniel named Higher Place. Pretty simple, pretty repetitive. Feel free to join in. All right, 1, 2, 3. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul arising to a higher place. Up, up, up to a higher place. feel my soul arising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul arising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul arising to a higher place. I feel my soul arising to a higher place.
All right, don't sit down because this is time to greet your neighbor. Let's take a few minutes. Say hello. I'm going to greet you.
I know, yeah. We should have had choreography. Greetings, Earthlings. Yeah, I saw that. Just before he got, oh no, you were like, oh, crazy.
All right. We're ready to be seated again. Nice to meet you. Yeah, welcome. We're glad you're here. Thank you so much for lifting our energy to a higher place, right? We don't quite want to sit down, right? All right, so I do want to introduce, the talk is not right now, but I do want to introduce that today Reverend Bonnie is our speaker, and I know that y'all already know that, but her talk title today is An Invitation to Contemplation. So this is what we are contemplating. What if you chose 3 God qualities to anchor in your life? What if you chose 3 God qualities, and what if the 3 were faith, love, and joy? So just take that in, and we will be in anticipation. Thank you. All right, so now I'm inviting you to join in Unity's Statement for Peace, and I will offer you an option to, instead of saying what Unity believes in, if you choose to, this could be my statement for peace. So you can insert the word I believe or, I stand for, if it feels like that fits for you. All right, so together. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. I honor the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God, for this one power and presence of God, and that God loves each one of us equally. It is therefore my position to urge all people their leaders and their people to turn to God by whatever the name for guidance during these challenging times. For that peace, not war, for that is honors all of our faith positions. Oh, there I go, trying to insert my words, and I got all fumbled up. So, all right. This is our spiritual nugget for today, and this comes from Reverend Jim Rosemurgy. So I invite you just to listen. There was a time when I thought God walked beside you, but now I see God moves with every step you take. There was a time when I thought God loved you, but now I feel you are the love I often speak of. There was a time when I thought God had blessed you, but now I know you are his blessing for me. Thank you, Jim Rosemurgy. All right, here we go. Let's throw some things on the ground, shall we? So we're having a party today, so I'm just like getting you in the party mood here. All right. Thank you. So now we will go on to music.
All the colors of the rainbow, all the voices of the wind, every dream that reaches out to find where love begins, every word of every story, every star in every sky, every corner of creation lives to testify. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. From the mountains to the valley, from the rivers to the sea, every hand that reaches out, every hand that reaches out to offer peace, every simple act of mercy, every step to kingdom come, all the hope in every heart will speak what love has done. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify. I will testify to love. I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. Oh, oh, oh. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love.
Wow. I could listen to Sandra all day long. Thank you so much, both of you. Your music just really touched and opened me, as does the presence of each one of you here. I am so excited to be here today, and I'm really excited that afterwards we get to break bread together. So welcome to Unity Center of Divine Love and Light. My name is Reverend Bonnie Barnard, and I am your guest speaker today. And today I want to talk about God qualities, or what came through meditation as guiding forces. I want to talk about guiding forces within our lives, and the three I want to look at today is faith, love, and joy. So welcome. I could just sit up here and stare at you. I'm so happy. I can't even tell you. Okay, so a little bit about God qualities. All the major religions point to this divine presence that we call God, and yet because it is beyond our intellectual, mental knowing, we assign words to it that kind of capture energies that we can lean into and lean upon. So there's a whole group of words that all major world religions agree are aspects or qualities or dominions of God. And I have some of them up here. We have the peace, love, grace, new, now, presence, joy, wholeness, abundance, prosperity, faith, balance, good, intelligence, wisdom, power, infinite beauty, and some I left off, and there are way more, include harmony, strength, wealth, health, light, trust, truth, and freedom. And so in the beginning of the year, those of you who attended a Unity service, whether here or over on South Hill, were given through Spirit a word to live out through the year. And my word was confidence. The word confidence to me meant con, meaning with, and fidence, which to me meant fidelity. So with fidelity to God was what that meant to me. When you look it up in the dictionary, it means with faith. That I'm moving forward with faith, confidence. So my word was confidence, and what happens is as we live from the Holy Spirit, as we live from the God within, as we live from the divine, we are guided every single entire day. And so the word we chose in January may have deepened you all the way until now, the very end of June, 6-7 months worth. And if we are living in the now moment, we are being given new words or new activations within our own being. And so what happened, many of you guys know that I was let go from South Unity, and when that happened, I was given in meditation 3 words that are mine for now. And so these 3 words, first of all, the number 3 is so powerful, as we all know. It's the Trinity. It's the pyramid. It's all kinds of magical stuff. And so I was given these words, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got to them, and then share with you the energy of them. So the first one I want to talk about is faith. And I was doing a whole series at South Hill on fairy tales and what their spiritual meanings were. And the one I didn't get to talk about that I could hardly wait to talk about was Jack and the Beanstalk. And so today I'm going to cover a little bit of that so I can satisfy me, but it also teaches the message of faith. And I loved that the music today was absolutely divinely chosen from the field, and it was so perfect because this is up, up, up to the higher place, right? So that was just absolutely lovely. So the story of Jack and the Beanstalk is that Jack is a young boy who has a widowed mother who has no money. So it's the story of a consciousness of lack, okay? So there's no money to be found. They own one thing, and the one thing that they own is a cow, and the cow is no longer delivering milk. And so Jack's mother, the widow, says to Jack, hey, take this cow into town, and when you go into town, trade it for money because we need some money to live off of. So the story goes that Jack meets like this magical wizard-like weird kind of off man who says, I will give you 3 magic beans in exchange for this cow. And Jack is like, oh, I don't know. My mom told me to bring back some money. I'm not sure. And the guy's like, these are magic beans. And so Jack, in faith, I inserted that, Jack, with his curiosity, in faith, chose the beans. And he goes home, and his mom is livid, and she takes those beans and she throws them out the window. You foolish boy, we're never going to eat again. And she's all upset, okay? So she's the voice of lack. We don't have anything. Now we have less than nothing. Now we're without. Now it's bad. And Jack goes to bed crying on an empty stomach. But what happens in the morning is the stalk appears. And he climbs it. And what we find out is he climbs it 3 times, because in these fairy tales, they love to use spiritual numbers, 3 being one of them. And the first time he goes up, he gets a pile of money and brings it back. And his mom is elated, like, oh, you went up in consciousness and connected with the wealth of God, and you brought it down into our family. Now, of course, she doesn't see that. She just sees that there's money. But we, reading into this as metaphysicians, are like, oh, if we feel like we don't have or we aren't, where do we go? We go up, 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 up to the higher place, okay? So he comes back the first time with cash. He comes back the second time with a goose that lays golden eggs. So he comes back the first time with money from a bank. He comes back the second time owning the whole bank. They're set for life. It is good. He goes up a third time, and then he brings back Sandra. He brings back a harp of celestial music. So in their homes, they get to hear heaven all day long as they have the wealth that they received. So what I want to say about faith, and I know many of you in here are entrepreneurs or have been entrepreneurs. What I want to say about faith is that faith is that place where there appears to be non-fruition, or fruition hasn't happened yet, or it is the precursor to fruition. And yet, we believe in faith. We have the faith that the future is going to be different than this very moment. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of that which isn't seen. So, what I want to say to each one of us here in the room is that the divine presence of God is infinite, and it lives within each one of us. We are never poor. We never are a source of lack, for we embody within our own temples the divine presence of God, which shows up as all of those qualities I put up there. It shows up as abundance, it shows up as light, it shows up as love, it shows up as health, it shows up as faith. And so I implore each one of us that we do whatever spiritual practice is necessary so we realize that we are the celestial harps and we are the gooses that lay those golden eggs. And it is so easy to say we don't have and to walk away. That is an easy path. That isn't necessarily the highest truth spiritual path. So I want to remind each one of us that every single entire day our body gives us new cells. Every day our body is generating new cells. Every day our body is generating new. And I have since learned in the last couple weeks, we all know about neuroplasticity and how we have grooves and stuff in our brain. What I learned about in the last couple weeks is we have a natural process in our brains called pruning. And what that means is every 90 days, it's kind of like fracking or fractaling, or help me computer people, defracking, thank you. It's kind of like that, where every 90 days we have pruning that happens in our mind, and thought that we haven't activated and used in 90 days gets cut away. So the question is, where has your energy gone in the last 90 days? Because what happens is that we continue unconsciously to reorder the same old brain over and over and over again through routine type behaviors, when we have the opportunity to choose new and then have the old pruned away. So Joe Dispenza reminds us that in most of our life, we're living our life from autopilot, that we have a routine, that we behave out of our routine, that we wake up at the same time every day, we go to work at the same time, we drive the same way, we see the same people, we have the same conversations, we eat the same food, we watch the same TV shows, we sleep on the same side of the bed, and we think the same way. So what routine does is it has our habitual habits inform our thought, and then our thought informs our choices, and then our choices inform our behavior. And so when we take on this quality of God, or when we take on this portal, the portal to the infinite, when we take on this, what we're calling a word, but it's really an energy field, and we let that guide us, and then it becomes our state of being. It becomes the ground of our being, and out of that we choose, and then out of that we behave. So turn to the person next to you and say, I'm willing to choose new. Say to the person next to you, I love pruning. Say to the person next to you, I'm willing to live from a state of God. So this is what I've learned about faith, and it comes from the story. It also comes from my life experience, as it does from yours, is that faith is married to possibilities. Faith is married. Faith is married to potentialities, possibilities, to what can become through us in our lives. Faith is married to possibility. And to me, it kind of reminds me of like being a starter in the car, right? We need something to turn it on. That's our faith that we woo, and our faith that we envision, and our faith that we take action from, and our faith that we allow to inform us. That faith is what is like the starter in the car and turns us on so that we might go. And so it's our opportunity to choose out of that. Again, I want to remind you to train yourself to never say what you aren't. to, oh, hey, Jim, yay! Hi, Marianne, yay! All right. So we train ourselves to not come from ideas of what we aren't, but we're training ourselves as spiritual beings to come from the very foundation of who we are as this divine presence in human form. And now love. Oh my gosh, just for a minute, just feel the love in this room. And go down and open your heart. And you don't have to make anything happen. Just go down into your heart and allow yourself to receive this. And those of you online, I know you can feel this. This is a strong field here. Ah, whew. Isn't that beautiful? So James Baldwin says that the longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from view. But there is a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. In our best moments, we are that person for another. How many got goosebumps? I'm shivering right now. So I was so blessed when I went to work at the South Hill. Actually, this is before. The first time I walked in the doors, I walked in with my grandkids. And I hear the divine, I've shared the story before, but I hear the divine presence say to me, you will love everyone in this place no matter what. I was given an assignment. And I was like, okay, God, I'm on. I will love everyone in this place no matter what. And so I was there 19 months, and during that time, there was some energies that were needing me to reflect light back to it. And so what I learned, and the biggest gift that I was given, was the opportunity to, regardless of what was in front of me, was to practice being a space where the qualities of God, where divine love, where peace herself resided, and that I could show up no matter what was in front of me. And I was initiated into a next. I don't know what that next is, but I've been initiated into a next, and I could not be more grateful to South Hill Unity for that opportunity. I was given the opportunity to refine. I was given the opportunity to get deep, deep, deep roots, and to know that false evidence appearing real was just that, and it didn't matter because I'm living from the vine. Very, very powerful learning. And many of you in this room have called to check on me or sent me emails or texts, and I want you to know that I am good, and I couldn't be better. I am good because I work for God and always have. And when I'm told to go somewhere, I go somewhere, and when that time is complete, it's complete. And so there isn't any weird stuff around that for me. I'm clear and I'm clean. But let me tell you how I practice doing this love, because it's advanced placement training. So this is how it works. In the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, while in meditation, I do it on both ends of the day. While in meditation, I ask, is there anyone or anything I'm judging? Have I in any way divided myself from an infinite good? If that is true, then I sit in my meditation, open my heart, open my third eye, and I envision that person meditating right in front of me with me. And I allow myself to speak from my higher angels to their higher angels and do it over and over and over again until there's neutrality or love is felt, either way. And so that's an ongoing practice to sit, to see someone in front of me, to absolutely know their wholeness as the divine presence of God, because it is too costly, and I refuse to put anyone outside of my heart, period. Doesn't mean I'll be their friend. It doesn't mean that, I'll have a barbecue with them. But what it does mean is that I will not, under any circumstances, because there's only one of us here, will I make wrong another energy, and instead what I will do will be to embrace that from a place of incredible divine love. What I don't know is that energy coming from me? Is that energy real on the other side? I don't know, but it doesn't matter, because there's one of us here and we're all walking each other home. So that does not matter. I remember giving a talk about why Jesus says to love your enemies, and Jesus says to love your enemies because they exist in your mind. That's where enemies exist. So if I can sit in this pure place of divine love and see in front of me divine love and cut through an idea of enemy from my mind, then I am all the more richer. So that is a practice that I offer to you. Sometimes I get to a place where I'm guided to rock people lovingly, like the Divine Mother does, and I'll do that. And again, is it them? Is it me? Is it a combination? I don't know, and it doesn't matter, because it's energy that is in my field. It's how I transmute and raise energy. And then lastly, we have joy. Joy, joy, joy. And the poet Audre Lorde says that joy in living is one of our most potent weapons. Joy in living is one of our most potent weapons. And Audre Lorde was a civil rights activist, and so the word weapon there is appropriate. Any of us in the room that are spiritual warriors to know that joy is part of the weaponry, it could be important. But the idea that it carries with it so much energy is really spectacular. So, I've got joy up there. So joy, I have come to learn, expands. So we were talking about faith existing in order to manifest, faith being a precursor to something in form, and then we're talking about love being that energy that heals inside and outside and inside and inside. And I believe we're in a time in history that we are called to love the unlovable. And that is a tall, tall order, and I'm up for it. But so the deal is, we have our faith, which is the precursor to manifestation. We have got our love, which is the energy field that Maya Angelou says keeps the stars in space. It is the substance which we work from. And then joy is expansive. So when we are in a space, when I am in a space, when joy just naturally bubbles up, the whole room gets bigger. There's a larger energy field. It's a multiplying energy. If you want more of anything, practice being joyful. Another word for that is grateful. Another word for that is recognizing the God in front of you. Learn to teach our bodies to love joy. And teach our bodies to love joy by being willing to dance when we're happy. Woo! By being willing to move, by being willing to take in, by in our meditations envisioning ourselves just dancing and floating and having a great time. And just allow ourselves the gift of joy. Joy will also break up our routine. It will be a leader and a guider. So joy fills us up. Joy is cosmic food or nourishment, and joy can provide for us a divine wiggle. So let's go into meditation, and let's together connect to these three portals, these three fields, these three places within us. that connect us to the divine, that are indeed our magic beings that take us up, up, up to the higher place. And so let's begin with faith. Let's begin with faith. Feeling our feet just firmly grounded. I invite you to go to that energy field that is a precursor to form. We've all done it before. We've done it in planning parties. We've done it in putting our order in for right mates or right life. We know that space that is the in-between. Let us enter into that place now. And what's different in New Thought, what's different in metaphysics, what's different in unity, is that we don't come to this place, we come from this place. So it's from this place that we have faith in the divine presence. It is from this place that we have faith in our good life. It is from this place that we don't know what our future holds, but we know what holds our future. So in this place of faith, why don't you speak out loud anything that has been on your heart that you're interested in manifesting? Just speak a few words. We have a whole room full of people who are in the field of faith right now, those of you online included. Speak forth that which you desire to know or to experience. There's nothing too big in God. There's just nothing too big. The infinite energy of the universe is right within you right now. Can we see beyond our routine and our habit? Can we experience something bigger than we have known in consciousness? And now let's switch to love. Let's move our energy to our heart. And allow yourself, if you're willing, to place someone in front of you that maybe you have experienced icky energy with, a low vibration of some sort. And they never have to know that you are doing this. This is a spiritual practice. And just say that Just say from your higher self to the higher self of the other, I love you. I am willing to be the place for light to be shown back to you, if it's mine to do. I'm willing to be a place where love shows up no matter what. No matter if I like your behavior or don't. No matter if I like your opinion or don't. No matter if you're stuck in the rut of having to be right. Oh, that's a tough one. I will still send love in your direction. And let's bring that love back to ourselves and flood our body temples. We are just filled with divine light and love. And now lastly, joy. Joy, 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 joy. I invite you to place your attention on every single one of your chakra portals. And just say to your body, I allow joy to lead and guide me today. Feel into this joy. Allow yourself to move a part of your body when you're feeling it, whether it's your fingers or your feet or your hips. Just allow a little movement. Allow that wiggle. Allow the joy just to start activating within your being. And so we close in prayer together. I give thanks that the divine presence is so incredibly powerful and that it is activated within each one of us, that we have the tools and the know-how in order to raise our vibration, in order to quell any form of less than in and from our body temples. I give thanks that God is in charge of my own being. God meaning the source of all life. God meaning infinite creator. God meaning higher self. That one field that each one of us shares, the divine love, the divine joy, the divine faith, is activated within each one of us here and now. I give thanks that we come together to remember this. I give thanks that we come together to play in this field. And I give thanks that there is nothing that we can do that can take our beingness of God away from us. And so for this I give thanks, and for each one of us here, I say, thank you, Mother, Father, God. And together we say, and so it is, Amen.
I invite you to sing along on this next song called Love Is My Decision. Love is my decision, up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision, up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. Here and now. Love is my decision, up to me to dance down that road. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. my decision right here and now.
I think we want to give a warm applause to Bonnie in that power.
Yeah, nice.
Much beyond entertainment, though. It's not clapping for entertainment, it's for being that reflection of the light that you are, and I so appreciate that. I'm just going to be there. Let's just be there today, right? Okay, so we have some announcements. We are offering meditation services now here at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays, so you're welcome to join us. And next. Oh, guess what? We're having a party today. And I hope you're all planning to stay for some wonderful food and celebration, and we have some games and other things prepared. So thank you all for being here, and please feel free to hang out for a while. There's plenty of room for dancing outside, by the way. Okay. So this is a class that's being offered by Reverend David McClure, Thinking Your Way to Chronic Health. What a concept, right? This is on our website. It's on Unity Spiritual Center's website. There's a QR code that you can use if you are like using those techie things. Anyway, there is a charge for that, $75. Yeah, we're celebrating Stephanie as our new chaplain here. And so if you don't know what all is involved in that, I'm just going to tell you it ain't easy. So she stepped right into it, and so she will be changing her role here in this community, and we will be seeing a lot more of her, including the meditation services. And she is here, welcome to pray with and for you during our services, and we will be offering meditations prior to our services now, coming up soon also. So thank you, Stephanie, who is outside working her little hands to the bone right now.
Dana, could I have a minute to one more time?
Yes, please do.
For those of you who are not familiar with the Divas, we are doing, I think almost everyone is here. We have 3 shows coming up. One is the 12th and the 13th, 2 shows at the Jacqueline Arts Center in Post Falls. We are a group of 7 women, all women who cover country, blues, pop, rock, whatever. And this time our show is called A Toast and a Roast to the 1950s. And we are doing a lot of great harmony, a little bit of doo-wop, very recognizable classic 50s tunes. Our 3rd show is at Hamilton Studio. If you haven't been there, it is a wonderful, it's just a really funky place. It's an old school, and it's actually been made into a film production stage and company, but they have what's called a listening room. So they have a little dance floor, they have a bar, and they set up little bistro tables. And we are doing this show there on July 19th in the evening, 7 p.m. So that's another option for those who are Spokane people. But, and any of you who've been to our shows know that part of it is scripted and part of it is pretty improvisational. And we have a lot of fun with the audience. And this time we're actually going to have an audience little contest, and you get some cool diva swag as the prize. So it'll be a really fun 2 acts. So come and see me. I have hard copy tickets if you're interested. I have both the regular $30 and the VIP for Hamilton. So, and also some for the Jacqueline in Post Falls. So if you want a good time, you will have one. We promise. Thanks.
Yes, you absolutely will have a good time. It's just magnificent. I hope to see you all there. All right, so we are going to be passing our offering bags, and this is an opportunity for us to step into that intentional giving energy. So I invite you to practice that energetic flow of intentional giving as the bags are passed around to you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Lloyd. So Lloyd is holding the prayer box, and so after we are finished here, we will placing that in the back, and if you have any prayer intentions, feel free to place those in our prayer box, and our prayer team will pray with you as well as Silent Unity for 30 days. Thank you. Okay, I invite you to share with us the love offering blessing together. Divine love in, through, and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. All right, so we're going to be inviting our young people in, but before that happens, I do want to introduce to you, can you stand, Carrie? So Carrie Kenyon is here. I had a conversation with her a while back just for some of my own personal licensed Unity teacher business. And I did mention to her we were having a barbecue, and Spirit was intervening on her behalf to have her allow her schedule to shift around and be here today. Carrie is our Unity representative for the Northwest region. And she also has a history of working back at UWM, so she kind of knows how to detangle all of that business stuff. So thank you, Carrie, and welcome. So please introduce yourselves to her later today. Yeah. She is currently in Lewiston. So thank you. I'm happy to see you. All right, so let's welcome in the youth today.
All right. You are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. You are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. You are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. You are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Yeah. Speaking of lights. So cute.
This is so cool to see all of you. So excited. And it was fun today with all the kids. We had lots of littles today, so we pulled out Noah's Ark, and that's what we did today. The kids drew pictures of the rainbow at the end of the story where God sends the rainbow. And then we have this cool ark that they played with, and I read them the story. So that was our lesson today.
Thank you. Okay. Is it on? Can you hear me? Okay, so we're going to offer a blessing to our youth together. God loves you and accepts you just the way you are, and I love you and accept you just the way you are. And they can hold the Christ that you are. And now their turn together. God loves you and accepts you just the way you are, and I love you and accept you just the way you are. I behold the Christ you are. Great job. Thank you. So we won't be making maybe one circle, maybe like a serpentine today. But if we could all just come in the center and join hands, and we'll sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So let us say the prayer for protection, please, together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes. If there's a silver lining, well, you still have to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. I see you're searching for a purpose and guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. I keep on trying. When it gets frightening, 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 look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free.